Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome to part 1 of Let's Play Tropico 5. This is going to be the founder of my dynasty. His name is Tonio El Gato. And the skill that I picked for him is an altruist, which means we get $2,000 more in our starting money.
You know those people who established dynasties so powerful that their names echo through the centuries? I'm one of them. New world, new opportunities, no limits. This island of mine could become anything. It could be a farmer's heaven, the fields reaching the horizon and the markets full of people. Or it could be a production powerhouse with chimneys reaching the sky and docks busy with all sorts of exotic goods. Or it could be the paradise on earth, a magnet for travelers from all over the world, a place for fiesta and fun.
Sir, we're docking the ship, sir.
For now, it's just a dirt-poor piece of land in the middle of the ocean. Let's make it shine.
We will go ahead and play on the default settings, medium difficulty, and occasional disasters. And I will choose Caya de Fortuna for the island.
Ah, the Caribbean. A lush and untamed land. My new home. Beautiful and full of promise. A new beginning, far from the politics of the old world. A chance to start fresh and do things my way. I'm tired of the musty weather and rigid thinking back home. I need a change. I was appointed governor of this island. Not that anyone else wanted the job anyway. My unique approach to government will make this colony the most prosperous in the Caribbean. How hard can it be? You just need some planks, a few nails, and a trusty advisor to shout at.
Welcome to the Caribbean, Governor. Allow me to introduce myself, Lord Oaksworth, His Majesty's emissary to the region.
His Majesty has graciously given us this colony to rule in his name for a number of years indicated by our mandate. That's 4 years, by the way. Complete the tasks sent by His Majesty, and I'll make sure that you get extensions to your term as governor. Okay, here's our first one.
Greetings, old chap. Have I got a deal for you today? As Crown Representative, I can offer you your very own trading license.
So he can start us off with the silver package, which includes the trading license and a free trade ship. However, he recommends the platinum package that includes all features of silver, as well as not 1, not 2, but 3 special trade offers to start us off. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not paying $4,000, and I don't think I'm paying $2,000. I think I'm going to buy a trading license from the Dutch for $500 and just accept the fact that, yeah, my relationship with the king will take a little bit of a hit. Okay, another quest.
His Majesty needs money to build a new underwater palace. He wants you to begin growing money. I mean, one of those crops that make heaps of cash.
Okay, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and build a sugar plantation. Let's come in here. Whoops. There we go. Plantation. And let me make sure I go for sugar, because it would be embarrassing to build a cocoa or coffee or whatever. Plantation instead. So what we're looking for is green. And this area over here, I think, is probably about as good as I'm going to get. So I'm just trying to line this up with the road as close as possible. I think this is fine. Now, speaking of the road, we need to build it out. I think that's fairly obvious. That probably not getting out there without... Okay, it looks like that's as far as it's going to let me come. Don't know why that is. I guess you just have to do it in 2 jumps for some reason. Wow, this is so squirrely. Okay, there we go. I actually think that was like 3 jumps. However, we will have a working road. And that is what's important. For some reason, I'm still paused. There we go. Okay, so they will begin working on the sugar plantation. And I think I also want to go ahead and build something else to start getting resources. Let me see if I can get any kind of ranch that will work well. Goats seem like they would work well out here. Llamas, not really. Yeah, maybe goats. We could try it. Yeah, actually, they look pretty good over here, too. And since I already built the road out this way, why don't I do that? Now, I need to get the arrow for the road facing the right way. That's the opposite of where I want it. There we go. Okay, so now let's just set it down. Look, this looks green, so yeah, that's fine. Done. So this should, should give us food for our people, should give us plenty of exports. Well, I don't know if it's plenty, but it will give us something. We already had a corn plantation that we started with. Can I hire a manager? All right. I mean, I might as well. And I will leave it at that for now. And since we don't have much of anything else going on, I'm just going to speed up the clock a little bit. And
His Royal Majesty has instructed me to present you with this letter of commendation for your achievements in the name of the Empire.
All right, very cool. So he's happy because we built the plantation. I'm going to go ahead and take the $5,000 treasury subsidy. Do I need... I don't suppose I could hire a manager. No. But I notice I'm short on workers here. Let me increase the budget a bit. There we go. Yeah, I want to make sure we're getting good use of these things that we just built. And this is not open yet, but it looks like it's getting very close. Come on, guys. There we go. So it looks like they've already started hiring. We only have 1 person so far. Yeah. All right, there you go. It's all staffed up. Cool. And we just exported $2,341 worth of stuff. We have another quest.
Technological progress is the path to autonomy, Governor. We need more scientists to think important thoughts and discover new stuff.
Levita is right. Researching new technologies will allow us to improve our economy and society and help us break the shackles of our imperial masters. So we're going to go ahead and build a library right now. I have to remember the tab. Here it is. And I'll just plop it down. Wait a minute. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't see an arrow anywhere. So But I think, hold on. Sorry, I can't get the stupid trees facing front for some reason. There we go. I'm sorry, but aesthetics are
We
important
are
to
the
me.
shadows that move the world. We rule in secret. We are the salvation of mankind. We are the order, and you will be one of us.
Well, they're pompous, if nothing else. So he's been watching my career with interest. He senses great potential in me, and joining the order is not trivial. We have to prove ourselves first. So we have to gain our independence from the crown. That's fine. That's one of our goals anyway.
His Majesty has commissioned the finest architects to design his new underwater home. We need your cash crops to pay for them.
You know, I'm actually gonna say, well, I guess I don't get to ignore it, huh? It
His
just
Majesty
stays
has
there.
commissioned the...
All right. I don't really want that quest for obvious reasons, because I'm gonna lose money compared to me selling that sugar. So that kind of sucks, but yeah, it is what it is. Let me go ahead and try exploring the island a bit. Let's come back here.
Being able to stand on your own is a virtue I personally cherish. Self-sufficiency should be every country's goal.
All right, so he wants us to accumulate $15,000 in cash. Our reward will be 12 educated revolutionaries immigrating to the island. I mean, I'm actually kind of close to that right now. I'm 11,463. I've really been trying to conserve my cash, but unfortunately right now, if I want to staff up my library, I need to import, 3 foreign workers, and it's really expensive. My cash is kind of bouncing up. Let me see, if I just wait a minute, will it keep going up, or is that it? What I've noticed is you get in a big slug of cash when the ship comes in, and then it starts dropping. So I think this is as close as we're going to get. Now, interestingly... Oh, wow! So I didn't end up having to invite foreign workers. When that ship docked, I just got foreign workers. Holy crap. Okay, well that's pretty awesome.
The burden of ruling twists our perception of humanity. To us, people are just a resource that has to be managed properly.
Okay, so he's saying if I build 5 country homes, we'll get 5 managers to immigrate to the island.
I say, being a crown colony is a kind of competition. One you are losing, old chap. The colonies of Puerto Coco and Isla Rojo are beating you badly.
I'm so tempted to just tell him to piss off. I mean, 5,000 is a lot. Yeah. That's a big hit. A 10 was one thing. 30 is another. I'll pay it. That sickens me, though. It really drags me down on being able to make that one deal. Okay, so I think one thing I'd like to do, let's keep making things that will give us more resources. So for starters, how about a wharf? And then I'll build a road to go out to it. Why is it so wonky? There we go. That's what I want. Okay. Now, another thing I need to do is start research. I think we'll go ahead and we'll research cowboys. I mean, I gave my guy a cowboy hat for crying out loud. Let's see what the new ship brings us. Hopefully a ton of money.
His Royal Majesty has instructed me to present you with this letter of commendation for your achievements in the name of the Empire.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and take the 5,000. I kind of need it. That gets me right up within hailing distance of this. Ah, man, that's just like heartbreaking to see it get so close. Yeah, now it's going to start dropping again. Well, it is what it is.
Presidente, as you know, it is your will alone that keeps Tropico together. Without you, the entire island would crumble to dust and be lost forever.
All right, he wants us to add another member to our dynasty just to be on the safe side. He's done some research and discovered that we have around 26 cousins. We'll need some sort of a test to narrow that number down a bit. So we can have an arm wrestling competition, a singing competition, or a synchronized swimming competition. Well, this is probably the stupidest one I could think of, so we'll do that.
As the heir was born, all animals became quiet. A light shone through the skies, and La Chupacabra herself went to the crib and bowed to the infant. At least, that is what we will write in the history books.
Okay, so we get to pick his special ability. I think we'll go with Landlord. All residential construction will be 5% cheaper. I think that'll work. We will go for this look. And, sure.
Don't you love your lady leader?
All right, and we have yet another quest. Let's close this up.
Independence must be every Tropican's ultimate goal. But you can't expect us to fight a revolution on an empty stomach.
Okay, so what she wants us to do is build a grocery and supply it with food. It also provides a higher food happiness and thus increases your popular support. You know what? I'm all for that. So let's go ahead. Now, I have to figure out what tab that's going to be in. There it is. Welfare and media. You know, I would not have gotten that. I'll just be honest. I would not have figured that out. Just only by looking at everything. That's the only way I was going to get there.
Someone stole my manuscript and published it under a pseudonym. It was an autobiographical story about two men on a mountain who want to form deep male bonds. They even stole the surrealistic chapter where fairies prance under a rainbow. The circumstances behind the theft are very queer.
Okay. So, ranch upgrades unlocked. I guess what that means is that I researched Cowboy. And they're doing a little Brokeback Mountain humor. Fair enough. So, having done that, that means we can research again. We can do shovel, but we don't have mines. So, I guess sickle makes sense for the moment. And let's see, my grocery should start staffing up.
The revolutionary movement is growing stronger.
The revolutionaries have offered their help. Remember, you need to increase the approval rating above 50% to declare independence. Increasing the number of revolutionaries on the island will greatly help you with this task. I'll go ahead and do this, I guess. I don't know, the trade route thing might have been good. I should actually take a look at that. I think what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and pause it here. And when we come back, maybe I'll look at doing trade routes. I definitely want to try to have an agenda. They keep popping up with all these quests, and that's great. But I don't just want to do what they tell me to do. I want to keep trying to take some initiative on my own, like, you know, when I built the wharf and the ranch and stuff like that. But I also want to figure out if there's any other crucial things we should be working on. At any rate, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. I hope we see you next time.